What's up, guys? Welcome back to Snark and Spark. My name is Emily, and today is a cross-stitch homework video, and that is all. Surprise! I think I'm going to save my updatey stuff for Wednesday, which is my day off. Because I really want to be able to get out homework videos on time and quickly to everyone. That way, if you're looking for advice or your questions to be answered, I can get that out in a timely manner. And that way also, if you're just interested in the homework prompts, that's just for you. And if you actually want to see progress stuff and boss 2B stuff, I will have those on a different day. Sorry, I'm holding Washington in my lap and his hair is going everywhere. He is purring so loudly because as soon as I sat down, he jumped on the desk and I was like, not today. We are not doing this. But his hair is everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to cover what's going on in Magical Stitches and over in Daily 30. Over in Daily 30. So we are on book 2 of the Heroes of Olympus series, The Son of Neptune in Magical Stitches, and this is Roman War Games Week 2. So, campers, great job with the war games. Go take a breath, and when you're ready this week you will have 2 more war games. However, this time you will have to pick a weapon to use. You may decide to use all of them in your attack. That will be up to you. As last week, there is no healing, only attacking. You need to decide which game you would like to play. You can stitch on as many projects as you like. Just be sure to have start and stop photos for each project used. If you do not list your final stitch count, then it will not be counted. This is war. So just like we did last week, there will be 2 games. You're going to pick one and just stitch away. The difference is now you're stitching for weapons that you're going to use. So let's get into those. Deathball is a game similar to paintball. However, the weapons are acid, poison, fireballs, golden fleece, Medusa head, apples, and finally a staff. Hence the risks of serious injury and death are much higher. Siege is very similar to capture the flag. One team defends a fortress while another team attempts to breach the fort and seize the banners of the opposing team. The defending team is given the fort along with an arsenal of weapons including water cannons, scorpion ballistae, iron portcullis, swords, harpoons, bayonets, or bows and arrows. So each one has 7 games. Okay? So each weapon is worth 200 stitches. So, and then you can only use a weapon at a time, and each game has 7 weapons. You have to state which weapon you are going, or which one you're using for each set of 200, if I can speak. So that means, you would have 7 different, start and stops. So, here is, and this is best of luck, campers. This is what I'm doing. That way, just like last week, you don't have to connect it to anything. There is no, it has to be related somehow. That's not a prompt like that. This is a stitch whatever you want. You just have to hit a certain stitch count. So, I'm going to play Deathball because that just sounds ridiculous to me. So I'm choosing to play Deathball. I like the idea of trying to use all of the weapons, but I'm going to go through because it would be, 200 times 7, which would be 1,400 stitches. I might not be able to do that this week. Depends on how busy I am or how not busy I am, I'm back at work this week. I'm back at my normal schedule. It's I have stuff I need to do this week. So I don't know how much I'll be able to stitch. So I'm going to go for them in the order of how they sound to me. So, I'm Deathball, okay. I definitely want to use fireballs. So I'm going to go fireballs. Here's a start photo. Do my 200 stitches. Do my end photo. Weapon number 2 of my choice. I want to use acid. Start photo, 200, stop photo, and so on. You don't have to go in order. You can go in order. You can pick in whatever order you want. You just have to make sure that for each weapon you have its own start and stop. You cannot bulk stitch. So you can't go like, I'm going to use all of my stitches on Deathball and I'm going to go ahead and use all weapons. Here's 1,400 stitches. No, we want them to be individual. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's all I have for that. I will also be making a head camper post there if you need an example. Mine will always say like head camper. So, dun 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 dun, or head counselor or whatever. Just just make sure you list like what game you're choosing and then what weapons you end up. You don't have to like put all the weapons in your like post. You can just do that in the comments, but you can just say like how many stitches you. Make sure you list your final stitch count. The most you can get would be 0 the most you could get would be 0. If you're really busy and don't stitch, that's the most you can get. The most you can get if you do everything is 1,400. So just make sure you list your total. Dun, 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 dun. So that is magical stitches. Now let's go over to daily 30 because I have not covered daily 30 in a while. We are a closed group. We are still closed. If it opens, I will let you know. So what is going on right now? Let me take a look at what events are still happening because over in Daily 30, the events happen for 2 weeks at a time, unlike Magical Stitches where we set it 1 week and then it ends. It ends. It's Monday, 12 a.m. midnight, ends Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Her events, the Daily 30 events, run from Friday to 2 weeks later on a Friday, like Friday 5 p.m. to Friday 4:59, whatever. So we just ended Tutor England week. That ended on the 17th. We currently have the Smalls monthly challenge that is happening. Okay, so Sunflower week is happening now, and that ends this Friday. So it was from September 10th to the 24th. So let's go over that real quick because that does end Friday, but you obviously still have time to do it. Because this is basically where it was all about sunflowers. It's a favorite flower of many. Many are stitching Sunflower September this month. Sunflowers aren't just beautiful flowers. They're useful plants that have been used for healing, food, and oil for thousands of years. Do you know everything there is to know about sunflowers? Check the facts below and store them in your memory bank because you never know when you'll need them for trivia night. So here we go. These ones are prompts. You do need to stitch your piece to a prompt. Okay. 1. Each sunflower's head is made of smaller flowers. The petals we see around the outside are called ray florets and they cannot reproduce. But the disc florets in the middle, where the seeds develop, have both male and female sex organs, and each produce a seed. They can self-pollinate or take pollen blown by the wind or transported by insects. So, stitch on a whip with an insect. I don't know if I have anything currently, because I currently have 4 projects in my rotation, 5 projects in my rotation. Okay, technically 4 because I haven't started another one. But crazy, right? Because I finished Dragonfly, so that was my insect. I don't have that right now, but I am doing the Harry Potter Letters from Hogwarts stitch along. I could look there to see if there are any insects. I honestly don't know. I can go that happened last year, so all of the patterns have been released, so I could go through and look. Are slugs insects? Because I believe in one of the chapters, one of the sections, it's like this puking slugs thing. So if a slug is an insect. But I'm also doing the Stitchonomy a storybook Halloween stitch along, and obviously that gets released every day, but only technically the 4th should now be released, but so far it's just been Black Cats, Jack Skellington. What are the other 2? I don't know. Shows how much I'm paying attention, right? So I don't know about that one. It is 300 stitches or 3 hours, or 400 stitches or 4 hours. 2. Once the flower heads are empty of seeds, they can be converted into disposable scrubbing pads for jobs too tough for your cleaning tool. I didn't know that. Stitch on a whip with something that can be used for cleaning. That's a lot of things. Brooms, mops, wash pans, soap, washcloths, any sort of towel, or like, what am I, cloth? Gosh, I'm like blinking. Don't limit yourself to that. And it could also be, the cleaning implement itself of soap. A spray bottle with cleaning solution in it. 3. That's also 300, 400, or 3 or 4 hours. 3. Sunflowers are the very embodiment of summer. With their bright yellow petals and tall green stems, it's easy to see why so many people love them, and they are often used as a symbol of happiness and congratulations. Stitch on a whip that makes you happy and explain why. So that's anything, that's up to you. 4. The name sunflower comes from the Greek helios, sun, and anthos, flower. Stitch on a whip with a sun visible in the pattern. Pretty straightforward, you just have to be able to see the sun. And it is S-U-N. 5. A field of sunflowers is amazing to see. Every single flower is parallel to the others around it. Because of a central focus, sunflowers stay unified in purpose and position. Stitch on a whip with 2 or more parallel items. So parallel are when they are directly next to each other, they don't cross, they are right next to each other. So it could be a lot of things. Letters are parallel to each other, signs, blades of grass, people stand parallel, things like that. It just has to be next to each other. 6 is a bonus prompt, and this one is for 500 stitches or 5 hours. No alternate stitches, you can't do anything else. You have to stitch on a whip with a sunflower in the design. You don't have to actually stitch on the sunflower, just be sure to include a cover photo that shows there is a sunflower in it. That's the bonus prompt. The rest would be the doing the daily 30, where you stitch for 30 minutes every day for the week. The other event that's happening that started on the 17th, so this event runs from Friday, September 17th to Friday, October 1st, and is Gratitude Weeks, whatever. So World Gratitude Day is the 21st of December, so tomorrow. That's really cool. How you celebrate the day is limited only by your imagination. Some people write thank you notes to those they appreciate. Some make a point of having gratitude dinners with family members, and others start a gratitude journal in which they record what they're grateful for. I keep a gratitude journal. I write it in my planner. I have a little gratitude section that I keep in my planner. For this week, your prompts are to record what you are grateful for up to 5 items. Your whip must tie to what you are grateful for, so be sure to explain. The gratitude items may not be repeated, i.e. you may not say, I'm grateful for my stitching 5 times, but you can use the same whip if it fits. For example, I'm grateful for my 2 black cats. My whip will have a black cat in it. For this week, there are no alternative stitches. So you can do up to 5. So you would do gratitude item number 1, I'm grateful for blank, and you either need to do 100 or 200 stitches or stitch for an hour or 2 hours. Same thing, gratitude number 2, I'm grateful for. So if I'm thinking of like my prompts, or like my whips, I mean. So I've been trying to stay I am trying to stay caught up with the Halloween style this year. Like, trying is the operative word there. And so with that, I'm trying to think of like ways I could use this as things. So like for example, it is the frame is a book. I am grateful for books. I work at a library. And so then I would show the frame photo of it because the frame is a book. It is a storybook. If I also wanted to keep using on that piece, I could say that I am grateful for, and let me look at what the other things are, because that will help me. Okay. Pattern 2 is Jack Skellington. Pattern 1 was Black Cats. Pattern 3 was Mothman. Yes, that's right. The Mothman processes, which is cool. Oh, that's an insect. Whoops. I am not paying attention, am I? So I should be getting that email for prompt 3 here pretty soon. But I don't have black cats, but if I did, I could say I'm grateful for my cats. I could say I do have a cat, and I could say I am grateful for my cat and stitch on it because it does have cats in it. I am grateful for Halloween because it is my favorite holiday. Could still use that piece because the entire piece is a Halloween piece. It's things like that. So if I wanted to do all of my stitches there, I would have to make sure I'm connecting something to it that makes sense. Like that would be 3. If I wanted to do something for each prompt, I could also be like, I am grateful for pumpkins, and use it because there's Jack Skellington in it. Like, it's a jack-o'-lantern. I think she would like it to be genuine, like what we actually are grateful for. But I'm just throwing out examples. Other things like I have my Harry Potter piece, and I am grateful for my niece, who I am stitching this as like a birth sampler for. I bet I could tie that together because it is meant to be for her. There are things like that. You don't have to limit yourself. Just go with it. That's all I got. I'm going to end that there so I can get this uploaded, and hopefully I will be seeing all of you soon. Stay cool. It suddenly got hot here again. I thought we were going to be moving into fall temperatures, and then it decided it was going to be 90 degrees this weekend, and I'm over it. So stay cool, stay fun, do whatever. Happy stitching, happy reading, happy listening, happy watching, happy doing whatever it is that makes you happy doing. I will see you soon. Be easy with your heart.